be with you and a warm welcome to you from all of us here at Powerscourt with Kilbride. Well, after all of the storms, all of the high winds, all of the windfalls, and all of the sitting beside the fire and the dark days of midwinter, I have been afforded an opportunity only a few days before Christmas to sit on one of my favourite places, my favourite bench in the back garden underneath the chestnut tree, and deliver to you what I hope will be a hopeful Christmas message today. But first, and as always, we take this opportunity to draw together with the Christ child at this very special time of year in prayer. It's very easy for us to look at the world and to become disheartened. We look at the chaos that comes from war. We consider that in over 2,000 years, the world is still operating in the same way, with the same misunderstanding, that power should be met with power, like for like, an eye for an eye. And in actual fact, all of us could say that this really just doesn't work. So if we look at the world today and the amount of suffering that's going on within it, and even if we go closer to home and look at our churches and we see a lot of pews that once were filled are now empty, it is actually quite possible that we can become disillusioned and wonder, what is God doing? Well, today I wanted to deliver a very simple message to you. It's more like an observation first and foremost, and then a message that I hope will give you hope. The first observation is this: that on one hand we have mass destruction and great suffering, and on the other hand I'm observing, and others like me, an increased awareness of spirituality, an increased hunger for the spiritual, an awakening, if you like, among people throughout the world. It seems, as far as I'm concerned, that God is operating in a different way, that He is, to some degree, dismantling the walls and boundaries of organised religion. And He's actually calling people in to unite together. So if we think of this new emergence of the realisation, the awakening to the fact that we're not just mind and body, but we are very much spiritual beings, if we take this on board, then the message I want to deliver to you today is, as I like to say sometimes, simply profound. Jesus, the Christ child, the light of the world, did not come into this world to be the founder of organised and denominational religion. He came into this world, I am more and more convinced of it, to realign us with the truth. He calls Himself the way, the truth and the life. But today I wanted to distinguish truth from fact. It's a fact that I'm sitting on this bench talking to you this morning. But truth, I believe to have a completely different meaning. Truth is anything that aligns us with love. So anything that aligns us with love is the truth. Anything that is good or honourable or kind or decent or just, that's all love, and that's all the truth that Jesus was talking about. When it comes to love itself, the more I think about it, the more I realise that we put far too small a hat on it, or we force it into far too small a box. Love is visible in thousands of different ways within our lives, and these are the ways of truth. I see love when I walk down on the river every day, and I see it in the changing seasons. I see love in the falling leaves. I see love in the green moss on the trunk of a tree. I see love in the burst of life that'll soon come into the hedgerows in the rectory. Love in the face of a person who passes me on the path and wishes me a good day. I even see love across a table in the presence of somebody who is deeply grieving. Love has many different faces, and that love is the truth. Jesus the Christ, that little child in the manger, that even by His entry into this world stripped everything away to basic shelter, nourishment and warmth from His mother and family around Him. That's how he began, and that's what he advocates today. He advocates that we draw together as a bigger family, a larger family, knowing that we are completely different in many ways, but that we share the same humanity, the same human story. And one thing that we also share is our hunger to connect with that divine light, that source, to realign ourselves with love. Christ came into this world to realign us with the truth, which at its very essence is love. And in realigning, as we walk forward now into 2025, we will continue to find different ways to engage with that divine force and to do his good work within us and within the rest of the world as we realign ourselves with the truth and open our hearts and our doors to all those others who are beginning to understand the way, the truth and the life, which is the child of Bethlehem. As we step forward into this new year, let us remember where we came from, whose child we are, and be of good courage that we never walk alone on this journey, but that the force of the divine, the most powerful force in this universe, and the smallest and most humble light that dwells within each heart, will be with us and guide us into the future. God bless you this day.